Hello, and welcome to the House of Sewing. My name is William, and on with the show. And I have to say, I do have the longest opening in showbiz. How's it going? My name is William, and this is my so-called life.
Get the most fun out of life, out of being a mother and wife, with new fashion excitement that's all created by you. On your new Touch and Sew
Sewing machine by Singer.
Touch and Sew.
Another first from Singer.
Be the girl with the golden touch on your new Singer Golden Touch and Sew machine. Dozens of exclusive features, like this new built-in needle threader for the golden slant needle and the push-button bobbin that winds right in the machine. What a wonderful new feeling. You can do all three kinds of sewing: straight, zigzag, and chain stitch.
Touch and Sew, the push-button bobbin way.
Come sew on one at your Singer Center. Choose from 5 Touch and Sew models from $149.95.
What's new for tomorrow
Is at Singer today.
They're just touching Touchtronic memory machines.
Incredible.
I'm Polly Bergen.
I'll take it from here, Molly. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone's having a good night. It's another crazy week here in the House of Sewing. We had school registration, mayhem. I have a bunch of tweed. Great to see you, Butterfly. Hello. Welcome. As always, great to see you. Hello, Kilroy. Great to see you. You know, today is the day that Isaac Merritt Singer in 1851 got his patent for his sewing machine. And if it wasn't for that fateful day, I wouldn't be here having the crazy habit that I have today. So here's looking at you. Also, today's Elephant Day. And I thought the whole thing about Isaac Merritt Singer was actually really, really interesting. Yay. Hello. What's for dinner? We are all interested. Hello. Great to see you. Welcome. I'm going to have to put my other glasses on this evening and actually have to read the chat. Yay. Hello. Great to see you. Welcome. Chicken tenders, Charlie horses and my feet kept me up all night, so I needed something lazy. Do you know what's great to see you? Is it on Donnell's Stitchery? Is that how you say it? Donnell? Donnell? I have a weird Southern Californian accent. Welcome, welcome. Yay. Yay. Hello, hello. Yay. Hello, Dixie. Great to see you. Great to see you. Awesome, awesome. Tonight, I'm constantly making all these crazy things. I forgot about spans. It's been a while since I've made a pair of spans. Chicken tenders are always a hit. Dang, those Charlie horses, absolutely. Absolutely. I've recently injured my hand, so I know how it is to have a nagging injury keep you up at night. Yes, sir. Awesome. Awesome. Donnell Stitchery. Awesome. Welcome, welcome. I don't drink enough water. I didn't drink enough water yesterday, and that's part of what causes them for me. Other big factor is not enough potassium. That will always do it. That will always do it. Do you know what's funny? I'm definitely one of those people that I'm always on the go. I always need more potassium. So I'm gonna make a pair of spans this evening. And for anyone who doesn't know what spans are, they're just long pants. Back in the 1920s, they call them riding pants. But to me, it's just a huge pair of shorts. Um, styles change, styles come and go. And I have a son who's in high school, and I've been noticing the kids are bringing back that 1970s look with shorts. Have at it, kids. Enjoy your youth. I love an extremely long pair of shorts. So I have all of this tweed here. I have enough fabric to open up my own fabric store. So yes, they're very much like cargos. They are very much like cargo pants. It's funny. We name things, and then the era moves on and it moves on. I thought it was so original, but when I started doing research, like, people have been wearing long pants since the inception of pants. That looks like shorts that a horseman in the 1700s would wear. Absolutely. I love making spans. So, I've been going back and forth with what material I'm going to use. I'm going to use the material that I have the least of because they're perfect for spans. Painter pants from the 70s were so great. Do you know, I like last week I was wearing a pair of overalls. Overalls are coming back. I had to laugh, and Jenkos have been back for a while, but the big gaucho style pants have been back. It makes me laugh when I see teenagers dressing like I did in high school. Speaking of which, my son went for his registration today, and it was an utter and complete debacle. I'll get into it later. But kids do not get dressed up anymore at all in any way, shape, or form. It was nothing but t-shirts and jeans. People were wearing hoodies. It was 90 something degrees today where I live. I live in the very tip of the desert. Metaphorically speaking, you need to get in the studio and record some new songs and stop re-releasing the greatest hits. I love making coats. Mimi G pattern R11407 changed my life, and it'll be a chapter in my book. I am absolutely in. Were you shaking today? Yes, we have had quite a few earthquakes lately. Quite a few, and I'm gonna. Oh! I forgot my disclaimer. Oop. This program is for entertainment purposes only, and its content is not intended to malign any religion, lack thereof, race, gender, company, individual, or wigs. All opinions expressed by my so-called life and program participants are solely their personal views and do not reflect the views of every single human being on planet Earth. I'm waiting for the 80s and the 90s trends to come back. Do you know what's really funny, Donnell? A lot of the 90s trends are coming back, or I'm just forcing them on people. Last week, I wore a pair of coverall shorts with a pair of boots. I'm bringing back all of those styles. I love making quilted jackets. I'm actually working on a pair of quilted pants right now that I am procrastinating on. I am absolutely procrastinating. But I've made much progress. I've made a lot of progress. Now I just need to put everything together. I am that crazy person who is sewing 4 or 5 projects at the same time. With school registration, when I was growing up, you just showed up. Even at Catholic schools, they tell you to show up on day 1 to get the program in the first couple of hours. Um, Now you have to show up. You get your ID taken, and they tell you where your class is. That's basically what it is. It was a debacle, really. What it is. I love wearing hoodie with shorts. That's my style as well. I dress like that as well, especially this time of year. Do you know what's so funny? Everybody's used to me not wearing sleeves. I think everyone forgets the second it turns cold, I wear long sleeve every day. I miss it. It's just been so hot here. It's unreal that, I can't pretend like, I can't pull my Wednesday Addams routine when it's 102 outside every day. Those are going to be your wildest pants so far. I've made some funky pairs this year. This year was definitely the year of pants. You know what? Let me grab my table and start getting my stuff together. All right, let me grab those and then perfect. So, I was going to use this for another coat, but I've made hundreds of coats. So, this is going to be the material that I make my spants out of. It's I'm in this weird tweed era, and I found a vendor who has carpets, drapes, everything comes from decommissioned hotels. We are constantly building things down to rebuild them here in LA. And because the Olympics are coming, they are tearing down every building. Every building is getting a retrofit in LA. So there's going to be lots of drapes. Not here in Michigan. Thank you, Donnell. I love this fabric. It's great. The weather is insane here. It is hot. And I miss wearing long sleeve every day. So the second, and anyone from up north is going to laugh at me because the second when I say it's cold, anything under 70 degrees is freezing to me. So bureaucratic. When I was going to school, the teachers would yell at you like drill sergeants. So to go to the class and that class until it's crazy now. More conference room, seat material. Now there's a whole process. And that was part of the problem too. I almost started a riot because they wouldn't let the parents on campus, and they changed the whole policy, and I didn't know. And for those who don't know, my son has autism. So if you tell me I can't follow my son, I'm going to say something. There was drama today, but, that's okay. It comes with the territory. Thank you, Donnell. Thank you. I love this fabric. I have fallen in love with tweed. I've made pants, all kinds of crazy stuff. And my spants, that's something that I can wear during the winter anyway. So I'm excited. I'm just glad not all of it goes to the landfill like it would have been in the past. I've been noticing, and I asked him to. Oh, I'd start making Molotovs if I had a kid in the school told me I couldn't go in and get him. It was, I said some choice words, but you know what? It comes with the territory. Things are just not necessarily easy nowadays. And I think it's also because of where I live, it's just the pretentious way of people. Okay, so let's see if I even have enough for spans. I think I do. Okay, let me even this out a little bit just to make sure that I have enough room for my spans. It's been a while since I've made a pair of these. And this does take a good amount of fabric, but most of it is what you line it with. Perfect. So, but you know what though? Nowadays with schools and everything, there's so many checks and everything. Everything's changing. So I'm trying to roll with the punches. And I forgot the code on this. All right, give me one quick second. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So I'm replacing all the lighting in my house, and I ordered a bunch of track lighting because I'm of a certain age, you know, and I thought track lighting was still in. Do you know it took me I had a quest trying to find light bulbs because I didn't realize that the track lights I ordered did not come with light bulbs. Oh, yesterday I had such an adventure in Walmart. But I ended up buying more oopsies. And before you roll your eyes and say, William, you are king oopsie, it's a weird tarp material. Oh, whoops. Oh, man, I need to get a new mic stand. That actually kind of looks like an airport at night from this angle. Runway lights, I like that. It doesn't help when the system wants to overcomplicate everything. Thank you. And I think that's part of the problem. I've been dealing with like SDC programs and all kinds of things for 15 years now, and I have no patience for it anymore. And see, you've said it perfect. Like, that's my thing. Like, let's just go in, take the picture, smile, and move on with our day. I don't know. It seems to me that everything has become more complicated. Next thing you know, they're going to make the kids go in for a job interview and drug test before they go to school. You know what's really funny? They're so weird in my district because I live in the yuppie part. If you move into my area, they want all kinds of stuff that they never asked me because I'm from here. A friend of mine recently completely converted to this area, and they wanted all kinds of stuff. And we literally had different forms as far as registration goes. It was crazy. But, you know, all in the name of progress. All right. I think I have enough room. But, you know, let's measure. Perfect. Okay, so that's 16. And let's figure out if we have enough room. Perfect. This is perfect for a pair of spans. All right. Back to my kvetching about the school system. I wonder what the LAUSD does. It might be just because you live in Yuppie Town. They got to do yuppie stuff. It's socioeconomic discrimination. They make people jump through hoops. They do all these weird things. And the funny thing is, all of our schools are overcrowded, so they can't even make that complaint, you know? I don't understand anymore. I'm always on the side of the parents, being one myself. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me make sure my camera is actually pointing towards me. I'm going to switch my angle so we can get a better look at my spans. I'm trying to think what else has been going on. There has to be more exciting things than the opening day debacle. Today is the day that Isaac Merritt, in 1851, got his patent for his original famous sewing machine that made him the person that he is. Oh, my track lighting idea was a complete failure. You know, for some reason in my head, it's like 1996 and I can just go to IKEA and get some track lighting. I am so stuck in the past sometimes. I get these crazy ideas, and you can order everything on Amazon. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to have all the components together. And one day I will learn that lesson. Overcrowding is a good problem to have. Some of the schools around here, if you lose three or five kids, they're going to shut the school down because they won't get enough money to run it. That's crazy. Do you have a lot of sewing machines? Yes, I do. Yes, I have to show my face for that one. Yes, I do. I own a couple hundred, is what I'm admitting to this week. For some reason, I can't say the real number out loud. I could ballpark it, but I have I have cabinets all throughout this room, and there's a sewing machine behind everything. And you know, I put a touch and sew commercial in in a lot of my shows as a joke. I own 40 or 50 Singer touch and sews. And I forgot about that until I went to my old desk and I pulled back a flag and I was like, there's like 5 touch and sews back here. Oh, he has a goodwill problem. He needs to go to Thrift Anonymous. I do. I own hundreds, Donnell. Hundreds. And the funny thing is, when I first got into the sewing world, I had no idea that there was a difference between people who collected sewing machines and people who sew. I thought like one wasn't the same, because that's what I do. I collect sewing machines, but I also use them. Like even with this Riccar that I recently purchased, this thing's a beast. I don't know. I have been procrastinating on 4 or 5 pairs of pants. I wear a key ring and it always destroys the loops on my pants. Always, because I am the real life Fred Sanford. I'm an overpaid janitor, so I have keys to everything. I have 2 different sets. I have the work set and the life set. But anyways, it destroys pants. I I purchased this new to me Riccar machine. I fixed 6 or 7 pairs of pants last night. I couldn't believe it. And that's my excuse. You don't collect machines. You stockpile machines like you're getting ready for a nuclear war. Hey, I'll be the hottest sewist on the block when that does happen. I have treadles. If the power goes out, I'm ready. Oh, you if if the grid went down today, I could keep sewing. I I have solar, and I live in the desert and I have solar, so I'm ready. Oh, good times. Good times. Okay, I have to remember how to cut these. All right, perfect. It took me a second. It's been a while since I've made spans, and I used to get really intricate with this. But I'm gonna watch my cutting because I have a certain amount of space. I really didn't have that much of this material, so I knew I wasn't gonna be able to do all the fancy things I really wanted to do with this. But it's been a while since I've made a pair of spans, so it's a perfect time for this project. I taught myself how to hand sew just in case there's no power when I go camping. I I hand sew. Even today, I finished a vest that I've been For some reason, I'm finally finishing all these projects I've been procrastinating on. I recently purchased all these patches, and I had this just complete motivation to create a new vest because I wear a lot of vests during the winter. I've made quite a few, but I've been procrastinating on it, and today I finally hand sewed all the patches. I started off hand sewing. It's what I love. Like I started my channel started off on refurbishing sewing machines and basically upcycling because upcycling was my love because my vests they started off very biker and then I made a Klingon one and it kind of graduated into its own thing. And then I started making clothes. Perfect. Like I said, I'm from a certain generation. And it's not even about modesty. I'm just not one of those people that shows a bunch of leg when I'm wearing shorts. So when I wear a pair of shorts, I wear huge shorts. But when I sew more to my own style. um I get commissioned all the time to make things for other people, but when I'm sewing for myself, I have a crazy style and I love certain things and I fall in love with like tweed. Oh, good times. I also collect like sewing oddities. I have those weird like every weird idea singer has ever put out, or excuse me, their competitors. I have all that crazy stuff. It's Sewing is funny. Mini sewing machines. I own quite a few mini sewing machines. So today somebody was riding my ass in traffic. Eventually they into the school. Oh, eventually they into the school. It was 4:45 in the afternoon. Who is in a rush to get to a school that late in the afternoon? They forgot something. They must have left the coffee pot on or something. I have severe anxiety, and the hand sewing along with painting calms my anxiety. I also love sewing on a sewing machine. I just love making beautiful things of all sorts. I'm in a lot of ways I'm the same way. Absolutely. This summer, I started sewing in my backyard because I have a fountain. It made me fall in love with my backyard again because it's such a peaceful place. Even when the gardeners come with their leaf blowers in my neighbor's yard, it's something that I have fallen in love with sewing in peace. And I agree with you on that. Like when I'm sewing is my happy place. I love making so many different things, which is why I created my own channel so I can share what I love. Plus, it gives me somewhere to store it. I I dedicated my middle bedroom. I turned it into a walk-in closet because I've made so much stuff in the past. Just since the beginning of the plague, I've made so much stuff. So I know exactly what you're saying. But it's fun to make things. Like I created this room to this is literally my happy place. Like this is my sewing room. I come in here, I create things. I have a million screens in here. I can geek out and watch every sci-fi show that I've ever wanted to watch or missed. I think that's what's important. That and not binge watching things that make you angry. All right, I have to even this piece out, and we are gonna have an amazing pair of spans. I went off on this particular pair. I went off and I added pockets and everything. So we'll see how far I get. I look back at a lot of my older projects, and that's what's inspired me to like make the coat that I made because I cared. I really cared 3 years ago. Oh, but I totally agree with you, Donnell. Like I'm the exact same way. Sewing for me is it's a good I was always into one person sports. Like I was always into surfing, skateboarding. Hey, Mona, hello, great to see you. Yay, yay, hello. There is the most annoying fly in here right now. So if you see me randomly swing or clap, it's because it's the end of the summer fly. Yay, great to see you. Great to see you, Mona. Hello. Yay. Yay, great to see you as well, Dixie. Hey there, stranger. See, but I think that's the beautiful thing about sewing is that, you can always, no matter what's going on, to me, it's a relaxing thing. And it also reminds me of my grandmother made all kinds of crazy stuff. And I always remember her just looking at me from the sewing machine or looking at my grandfather or something. And I know she had a lot going on, but she always used sewing as a release. So I had good examples. Perfect. I just got to my uncle's. Awesome. Dare I ask how the weather is? I've been looking at just satellite images because we live in the modern era. The weather is scary right now. All right, let me grab this other side. Speaking of which, I hope everyone's okay. We've had a lot of earthquakes lately, so I'm going to give my disclaimer again. If you see me run out of this room, it's because I have hundreds of tops of sewing boxes above my head, a surfboard, and about 15 bags of fabric. So if there is an earthquake, I'm gonna run out of this room as fast as I can. And we've been shaking a lot lately. Like we really have been shaking. So it's leading me to believe that we're gonna have an even larger earthquake because they haven't been small. First there was like a 3, and then today at the ranch there was a 4.0, and it felt like the ground fell out. And if you've ever seen a horse jump a fence because of an earthquake, then you've had a bad day. Oh, did the earthquake mostly happen during the day? Yes, today was nuts. And it was more because of the reaction of everything around me, but it's been a while since we've had we get rollers. We get weird rollers. Today it felt like turbulence on the earth. We just dropped. The big one is coming. Bye sewing machine. The sewing machines all my treadle, all the 1911, all the old school sewing machines will outlast me. Any earthquake. It's me that I'm scared for. I felt like I had avalanche, but no earthquakes. Fabric just fell. Do you know what's really funny? That happened in the middle bedroom because I was looking for my spans and I created a mess. But I felt accomplished because I actually found what I was looking for. Oh, Mona, I know that feeling. I know the fabric-a-lanche is real. Oh, makes me regret for putting half of the stuff in the rafters in here. Because this room actually was safe. And then I got real bored during the pandemic and created this room. Oh, yay. Hello, hello. I don't always see a horse jump a fence because of an earthquake, but when I do, I prefer Dos Equis. Oh, I'm just glad it came back. I'm just glad it knew me. I'm just glad the horse knew me and saw the panic in my face. Oh, today was horrible. Earthquakes make everyone jumpy. Just what I did what the family was watching a movie, and I just got done painting a 3D print. Awesome to ship out tomorrow. Awesome. Awesome. Ah, Mona, I have the exact same. Do you know I see that every time I go shopping and I'm looking at my now organized stash of fabric. I still have stuff that I purchased 2 years ago from Modelo Man, which is the famous guy downtown. Um, but I still haven't worked with it. I still have rolls from downtown Los Angeles. Do you know, I actually need to talk about something and I have to get it off my chest. Um, Downtown LA has become unsafe again. So I'm probably not going to go down there for a while. I try not to watch the news because it's like not good for me anyways, but also sometimes they overhype things. But I saw something on the news. I won't be going to downtown for a long time, and it's really sad. Eventually, they're going to clean it up again because of the Olympics. And I'm glad that I purchased thousands of yards from the fashion district because it's so affordable. But I won't be going down there, and I kind of feel bad. I don't know. I'm kind of scared to go to downtown. And I'm the I don't know. It's sad. It's just sad. My husband and oldest son print out sewing machines that are about 5, 6 inches tall, and I hand paint them. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that. Art is an absolute love of mine. That's why I get really abstract with certain vests. Mark Coffer was born today in 1949. Didn't know he was that old. And in 1963, Sir Mix-a-Lot was born. He put Seattle on the map. There's always Vegas. I did have a rip roaring time thrifting in Vegas. And it's so sad that Las Vegas, Nevada is more affordable than my area. Oh, absolutely. That is cool. That is extremely cool. I love art projects like that. I absolutely love art projects like that. You're going to be able to eat veal parmesan off the sidewalk when the Olympics. Oh, that is true. Viva Las Vegas. For some reason in Las Vegas, I keep on finding brand new sewing machines in the Goodwill. I looked up where is it? The Singer Talent. They still sell for a couple $100 brand new in the box. I purchased it for $24, I think. I wonder if you can 3D print a sewing machine that sews. Do you know what's really funny? I have a bunch of steam equipment. I've been working on how to power a sewing machine with steam without having it be so loud that the fire department needs to be here. But I will figure it out. That would be awesome if you could 3D print a sewing machine. That in a lot of ways that would be game over. Because you could do the entire process from your house. I mean, from making the machine to sewing. That would be game over because then you could create the machine you want. If I was able to 3D print a machine, I would just make a giant industrial. It would just be one giant arm. Oh, that's hilarious. I think Mona just invented something right now. I really like that idea, Mona. I need a 3D printer. I have so many ideas for things I could really use, but nobody makes. For me, it's like specialty parts for tractors and stuff. If we were able to like 3D print metal, that'd be cool. Oh, I think Mona just invented something. Patent pending. Patent pending. All right, so I need to pin this because the design is so well camouflaged. I need to pin this. So now I'm scared to go to downtown again. I had a good run though. What was it? Like downtown was safe for a whole 2 years. Great to see you, Skits. I hope everything is going well up in Northern California. There are crazy wildfires up there. So everybody keep young Mr. Skits Crusher in mind. Great to see you. Yay. Hello, hello. Man, there's all kinds of crazy things. There's wildfires. We're shaking down here. Like, honestly, there have been so many earthquakes that I am shocked that we haven't had the big one yet. Because really what's happening is the earth is like it's literal stress on the plates. So when there's one, there's always more. Excuse me. Yay, hello, hello. I hope everyone's doing well. Tonight I'm making spants. It's been a while. I do not see the temperature changing in the next month and a half. I've been making nothing but winter clothes. I can't wait till winter. When winter comes, I have this weird thing in my head where I'm gonna try to wear a different outfit every day this winter. I have the clothes for it. I really did. I didn't think I had the pants, but then I remembered like I've been making a lot of pairs of pants lately. So this winter, I'm going to challenge myself to see how long I can go without repeating the same outfit. That's pants included. And it's kind of cheating here where I live because we can wear shorts during the winter. But let's see what else. It was registration with a kid. That was just mayhem. But I think also what it is too is everybody's on such high alert that it's no longer fun. It's just no longer fun because we have so much procedure now that we can't enjoy each other. I went to the doctor and it's official. My hand is broken. And I know I can do this, but I have completely fractured my hand from doing cowboy stuff at my job. And there's this weird thing at my job where it's a Cal State OSHA thing where if you have brace, if you have any kind of brace, you can't be on the floor at my job. So I'm thinking about just taping these two together. The doctor didn't laugh when I said that, and I see no one laughing now. But my hand is officially fractured and broken. So that just goes to show you, be careful when you're cowboying because you can get extremely hurt. You know, I know I said this earlier, but who is dressing these high school kids? Today, when my kid, we left in a huff because he was procrastinating. He had pressed pants on and a nice shirt. These kids, it reminded me of the grunge era. In a lot of ways, people it's weird to me. I come from people who get dressed up. I try not to and I'm an observant person. I'm constantly looking at fashion. It's weird to me how reciprocal fashion is. And It hurts a lot, Mona. It does. And the thing is, I keep on forgetting that I broke my hand because, I can do this. But when I lift anything that's over 5 pounds, it sends shooting pains through my hand. And I'm left handed. So it's kind of torturous because I didn't realize how much I actually use my left hand until I am unable to. And as a left-handed person, like it's just there's certain things that I do that are I almost have an advantage of. Threading a sewing machine? Are you kidding me? A left-handed person, I love sewing machines that are backwards because they're made for people that are left-handed, you know? So having my main hand broken is a major inconvenience. Please go to the hospital and get it checked. You don't want it to come back to haunt you. No, I went to the doctor today and I said I wasn't gonna put a brace on, and he was like, then why did you come in here? Was not impressed. But I had to because of my job. Like I didn't want, because I'm part of management, I didn't want, when I do finally get my cast on, I don't want them to charge workman's comp because they're not because it's my fault. Oh. So today was fun. Today was just a mess between the earthquake, the doctor, school registration. Today was an absolute mess. But I feel like that's what Mondays were made for. You know, Mondays were just made for business. The week is like a mullet, you know, business in the front and party in the back. And it's the beginning of the school year. So I know that nothing but shenanigans are going to ensue. It's not like back in my day when adults were running things. I know that it's going to be nothing but shenanigans. So I almost in a way expected today to be crazy, and it absolutely was. But that's the life of a parent, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Mondays are for taking care of business. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I prefer to get all my business done. You know what? Let me get my ruler for this. Cuz this is going to be some precise cutting on this one because I'm right on the edge. See, and this is the perfect example of me utilizing material. I've learned when I first started buying massive amounts of fabric, I would watch videos and people would be like, no matter how much fabric you buy, utilize your space. And I see why now. Because I'm used to having large amounts, and in a project like this, I do not have large amounts. So I utilize my space and everything is where it should be. Perfect. Perfect. All right. You know what? I think I'm going to use the Riccar Sewing Machine that's sitting here. Hey, Alibaba. Great to see you. Great to see you. Coming right at the important part. Right at the important part. I'm going to use the most recent purchased sewing machine. I'm going to try not to praise this too much because this always ends in flames when I give too much praise to a sewing machine. So this machine has been performing. It's a decent performance. Great to see you. Great to see you. Hello, Ollie. Hello, hello. Great to see you. Awesome, awesome. I have a question. Would I be considered an addict if I can't stop watching cops? Because lately I've been in a deep cops hole. Okay, so you're in the right place. um, no. Lately, I like the mean green machine. It's a beast. I was so impressed. I've been procrastinating on my pants so much lately, and this thing utterly and completely fixed my problem within 10-15 minutes. I was laughing at myself. Okay, so I have to say no because it's in the modern era we all fall into watching things. Um I'm not kidding you. I fell down a rabbit hole of curling. I'm obsessed with curling now. I've been watching USA and Canadian curling for the past 5 years, and I would have never discovered it if I hadn't just got really bored one night when I was watching hockey. They were talking about it, and it came up, and I'm obsessed with curling now. So there's nothing wrong with falling down a rabbit hole. Oh, and a new to me person. Hello, Donnell Stitchery. Absolutely, absolutely. She's extremely nice. The mean green sewing machine. It does remind me of a football player. Yay! All right. So, like I said, I have been electrocuted by a few sewing machines, so I get jumpy. But this machine, the electrics work perfectly. We're rewatching Miss Fisher. Oh, that's awesome. Lately, I've been listening to a lot of golden age radio. I've got into our Mrs. Brooks. It's on television here in Los Angeles. We have throwback televisions because it was all filmed here back in the day. So like a lot of old school stuff is still on television here, and I fell in love with it. On one of my rides to Vegas, it was on. I have satellite radio in my car. I was bored. I started listening to old time radio. I fell in love. Sorry, I've been listening while adding an item to my Etsy shop. No judgment here whatsoever. I was embarrassed today. I'm waiting on 11 packages. I was like, let me check my Amazon. I was like, no judgment here whatsoever. No judgment at all. I was literally like, there's 11 packages I'm waiting on. Have fun. Have fun. Mean Joe Green of the Pittsburgh Steelers, 6-time Super Bowl champ. Make that paper. There's nothing wrong with. I'm an avid shopper when it comes to Amazon. That's why with all these other sites, people are like, you should go on this and that, and I'm like, no, I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't go on these sites. I forgot about the football player. People still wear his football jersey here. There's a ton of Steeler fans around America. Hands Hands is making YouTube videos, so he's using all my stands and everything. I'm not mentioning how many I'm waiting for. I was I could it's because I'm pretty I was raised Roman Catholic, so I guilt myself for everything. So the most I'll have coming at one time is like 2 or 3 packages because I'm like, I want it now. See, I was about to hit my hand. I want it now, so it has to be prime within the next couple of days. But my son's birthday's coming, so I've ordered a ton of stuff. And I looked and I'm like, oh, if I won the lotto, I'd be waiting on thousands of dollars of packaging. Oh, that's another thing. YouTube, Amazon's like, you have all this money and savings, and I'm like, yeah, I don't believe you. I have to make stuff to sell just so I can buy more pretty fabrics. Absolutely. That's like me when I buy fabric. Even this past weekend, I went a bit crazy buying tweed. I'm looking at this. Even today, I thought that I got 4 yards. I told them, oh, I only want 4 yards. They gave me like 6 or 7. And with the denim, I said I only wanted 5 yards. I believe and I absolutely love these people. They gave me like 7 yards of denim because my son, he's really big on math, and he's like, let's get the yardstick. It was 7 yards. Oh, I think about the next purchase, thinking hard about this 1882, 1886 Davis vertical feed sewing machine treadle. Tempting, but I will have to shuffle to make space. Story of, oh, I'm so glad you brought that up. Where is my main phone? I have a picture for everybody. When I was in Las Vegas on my last trip, I passed up a sewing machine. And I'm kind of glad that I did, but let me know if this price was too much. Well, hold on, let me find it. I take so many pictures. I am one of those crazy people who takes a ton of pictures. Okay, there's one. It's called Dirk Cop. Dirk Cop. My German is terrible. I believe it's a German machine. I could be wrong. At this point, when I was purchasing stuff in Las Vegas, I just didn't have the space. I have a wish list in an Excel sheet. It has cough dollars worth of stuff on it. I was thinking about starting an Amazon wish list, but I don't know what I would do if someone actually bought me 100-inch television. I have no space left. Same. I bought this table. You can see it. You can see it. I brought that home all the way from Las Vegas. I was driving home 2 trips ago. I was driving home and I'm like, well, I don't know where I'm going to put this. I should put it in the kitchen. Oh, they're good. See, okay, but is it worth $200? Is my question. They wanted $200 for it, and part of me is like, I should have purchased it, but I just didn't have the. Oh, hold on, let me messages. I don't know. I just wasn't in me. I wasn't feeling it. But it looks like an amazing machine. They made home machines to high and industrial, so I should not have passed it up. Oh, okay, let me share this. I passed this up in Las Vegas 2 weeks ago. Has it been? Yeah, it's been 2 weeks already. Well, it's been a week. It's basically been a week. 100-inch TV is something you don't want to be surprised with. You gotta hire a pilot car and a team of men to get your house. Oh, it would only fit in one room because I have vaulted ceilings in my living room. You would basically have to sit in the grass and look through the windows. And if I put it in my room, it would light up that thing would be like the size of the wall in the master bedroom. Oh. Depends on the machine. Some are worth more than 200. So I don't know. Part of me, I don't know. I'm glad I walked past this machine because this was full tabletop and everything. My cutting table is in front of the TV living room right now. I'm so embarrassed. I have one sewing table I picked off the street because it said needs to go to a good home, and it was like a stray dog. I took that thing home. It's sitting behind my television. I have a 70-inch television for no reason in my living room, and it's behind the TV because the stand for a 70-inch is huge. Class 15 copy from 1930s. That is a regular price. There's slight bit, but better than Singer. Do you know what's so funny, Alibaba? I bet because I'm thinking about going back to Vegas after the day I had today. Because my weekend trips, I'm gone for a day. I come home with a great story. Um, I guarantee you that machine might still be there. When I went to, I've gone to Vegas at least 3 times this summer. There was stuff that was still there from my first trip at certain stores. I have no problems with big TVs, but I should be able to watch the CBS Nightly News while I'm driving by. Ugh. I agree. I agree. Yeah, one of the reasons I have such humongous televisions is because I get crazy deals because I work in the construction field. You just come across crazy stuff all the time. Even my air conditioner I got for a good deal. All right. The funny thing is spans, much like pants, do not take that long. And because this is tweed, it's not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily need the same lining. Do you know what's so funny? I have turned into my mom where I'm like, close the door. Is that a teenage thing? I was terrible at closing doors as a teenager. Oh, great times. Great time. So that's how you got how you get 19 television sets. Well, that and also like I used to really be in the buying lockers game, and me and my predecessor used to buy the rights to foreclosed homes. And so we would buy basically pickers' rights. And so the house would be, anytime we ever went in a house, it was always abandoned. But long story short, I would always come up on a giant TV because what's the first thing someone does when they get a house? I don't know if you can see it. They buy a Roku TV. In the modern era, the first thing someone does is buy a Roku. And so I have quite a few Rokus, but that's because I used to be part of the picker circuit. I'm not necessarily a part of that anymore because it's just I don't have the patience for it as much as I used to. But it's the weirdest thing, and that's like most people, they'll have nothing in their house except for a television because in the modern era, you know as long as you have a television that can receive the internet, you're connected to everything. uh, the smaller monitors I have, that's because my predecessor was crazy and he purchased hundreds of them. So these tiny ones, I have quite a few of them. So many that I donated 40 to my job. I have the tax papers to prove it. Oh. But they're great monitors and they still work after all these years. All right. So let's check to make sure I didn't cut while I was tracing this. I didn't. I'm going to turn this inside out. Again, most of this tweed comes pre-lined. let's all think joy. I used to line everything, and one day she reminded me that you don't have to always make extremely hot clothes. And still to this day, I thank her for the advice. And I'm serious because I used to line everything for some odd reason. And she asked a logical question, and I had no answer for it. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna pin this really quick. People will have the TV on the carpet and watch the CW while they're sitting on the floor. I'm not kidding you. That is so real, Kilroy. That is so real. And you know what? I lived like a bachelor up until I was about 34 years old. So I get it. I'm in my 40s now, so I'm a little bit more established. I get it. So in no way, shape, or form am I judging anyone. No one would believe me. When I was in my 20s, I was a minimalist. I know, seeing the hoarder I am today, that's unbelievable. But when I was younger, I didn't have anything that couldn't fit in my Chevy Tahoe. Oh, all right. I keep on forgetting that my hand is so broken. I don't know if you can see it, but that red part, oh, you can kind of see it. It is just so bad. Oh, I feel bad for my doctor because they looked at me like, you knew it was broken. How long has it been broken? I've known my doctor for quite a long time. Quite a long time. I've had Kaiser insurance my whole life. And this particular person switched from children to adults, and you should have seen his face when we saw each other. I'm like, "Oh, I've known this man for almost 40 something years." So he's a little bit more candid with me than he would be most patients. All right. Still plugged in. Awesome. Awesome. So let's see if I can get my sewing cam going. Let's see if it's still going strong. Wrong camera. I still have, you know what the funny thing is? I still have Huey Lewis in the News living rent free in my head right now. For anyone wondering, I'm still singing Huey 2 days later. She's got heart and soul. I'm one of those people who I gravitate towards more happy music. And so adding that into my life has been nothing but a plus. So you're still beating your body up like a bum, eh? Oh, and it's sad because he's known me since I was a child. He looks at me so disappointed. Poor guy. Poor guy. He looks at me like, oh, you're still a pirate, huh? Let me move the camera because it's about to hit the camera. This machine has to be what? Like, at least my age. So it's like, so this is at least 40 or 50 something years old. And this is an absolute beast of a machine. And like I said yesterday, I was just ripping through denim with this. You must have some really yuppie kids in your area if they made a pediatrician switch to a dog. I do, though. I was actually talking about that today with a parent friend. How he was like, these kids are so lucky. They have no idea. Oh, we lost the camera. It fell into cord exile. I knew that was going to happen. Hold on. Let me switch my. That is what the bottom of my desk. That's where cords go to cry. Underneath my desk would make an electrician cry. Scissors. I will grab the camera in a minute. Perfect. Oh, that's perfect. You know, for a 40 or 50-year-old machine, this thing throws down the perfect stitch. Help, I'm drowning in fabric. You sewed over the top. That is. People walk in here and they're like, dude, you are a fire hazard. Trust me, every it's like the adult test. When they walk in here, they're like, William. It's the octopus from Planet 5. I told you this is a TARDIS. This is the TARDIS. I have aliens hidden under my desk. That's a lot of cords. Looks like a fire waiting to happen. See, exactly. My ex-wife's son is like 5 or 6. He walks in here and he's like, that's a fire hazard. I know. I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I know. I'm a pushover for fabric. Let's face it. I think we all are. Yes, I just got exposed. I am Fire Hazard McGee. Oh. His life is a fire waiting to happen. I am on fire. Oh, having a great time though. I put this room together during the pandemic and I was not in a good place in my head. So I was just throwing cords. Oh, but if anyone's really worried, I have a second panel in this room. So I'm pulling a ton of power, but everything's regulated. I only act like I don't know what I'm doing on stream. What are we gonna do? Do you know what's really funny? A friend of mine, his little brother has a business where he comes in and he does cords for like big IT firms. And you know, where they have like hundreds of machines and he braids them and makes them look beautiful. I was thinking about calling him and being like, hey, bro, you can unplug everything in my garage. I need you to like fix this. I think I might have to call a professional. We need to send him to federal sewing prison. Oh, that'll be my Johnny Cash era. Oh, I think I truly am going to have to hire a professional. One of the reasons I did get so like whatever with it is because I have a second panel in here. And so I did over this. I'm just making excuses at this point. Yes, I'm a mess. I am a person who collects things, and cords just happens to be one of them. Oh, absolutely. I've sewn everywhere, man. Oh, perfect. Oh, these are gonna look great. All right. I have Huey Lewis. The heart of rock and roll is still beating, stuck in my head. All right. This is the fun part. I'm just going to pin this. And then we pin the legs together. Trust me, people pull interventions on me every once in a while. So I'm sure I'm gonna get a cord intervention. I'm so happy I subscribed to you. Thank you. Seriously, there's so much drama on the internet. I just come out here, talk about the crazy stuff in my life, and so, you know, I'm one less person talking about politics. This is not a sewing channel. This is a sewing entertainment. I do tag that. I totally stole that from Vince McMahon, but yeah, sewing entertainment. I love that phrase. I love that phrase. But I feel like I used to be part of a sewing circle, and this is what we did. It was me and all my senior citizen friends, and I would just bring my crazy projects, and all of them were quilting, and they didn't care that I came in with a battle vest and my so-called life patches. So that's basically what this is, just hanging out. I told you that now. I love this. Thank you. Thank you so much. Seriously. Thank you so much. I see you in Mona's chat quite a bit. Today was the day I was like, wait, did I sub to him yet? Thank you so much. Do you know what's so funny? At my job, I put Mona up on the big screen, and there's a bunch of welders, pipe fitters. They're sitting there eating their lunch and watching Mona's stream. So Mona, you get a pretty hardcore audience. And a few bikers too. They're all used to me though. All my friends, all the people I work with, they're used to me. They come in the shop, they're like, oh, we know there's gonna be some sewing content. It's better than when all the pipe fitters and want to watch all these young kids. I'm like, I don't even know what's going on. We're gonna watch Mona. We're gonna watch Mona, kids. Good times. Good times. Oh. All right, let me turn this over and make sure I didn't pin both sides together. I have been doing that a lot lately. I have no idea why. That is like my new superpower, is pinning everything together. All right. Oh, wow, I didn't. Perfect. And you know what? They need some culture. So I think they need to watch Mona's channel. Oh. And like I said, it's better than what these youngsters want to watch. I don't even know what they're on anymore. Oh. Oh. That's another thing. I have been just pinning myself lately. Oh. All right. So let's make sure I have enough give on both sides. I was wondering why that wasn't going together. Okay, I'm gonna... sometimes I have this weird thing. I either do not pin enough or I overpin. There hasn't been one moment where I'm like, oh, I just have the right amount of pins in. Oh my God, yes, you never know what you're going to get into in Mona's channel. Absolutely. And I feel like the people I work with need to learn other skills. And I think so, in a weird way, sewing, it coincides with the construction world, because much like painting, you spend more time prepping than you do sewing, and you could spend 9 hours tarping a house, and if you have a paint gun, you'll be done in an hour and a half, so to me it's like they go together like peas and carrots. Have you ever considered that your magnetic personality may be attracting the pins to you? Or maybe it's the fact that I should be wearing my glasses. But no worries. I made an appointment, and I will be getting a new prescription because I've been doing a lot of highway driving lately, and my glasses they're a bit old. They're so old they still have paint on them from when my old paint business. Wear your glasses, old man. So I made an appointment because my boss was getting on me. She was like, "Seriously, man, seriously, you're squinting in meetings." They got mad because I was reading something and I went like this, and they're like, "Oh, you should be wearing glasses." So I got caught, and I've made it an appointment. So I will be getting new glasses very soon. It's been a long time coming. It's been a very long time coming. Good. Now you can get frames that you look that you like and that you'll wear. You don't need to buy birth control frames. I will stand on that hill that my United States Army standard issue glasses still stand. Yes, I spent forever tonight getting my TV dinner table ready for me to paint for a short time. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, it makes me laugh. It's pretty much the same thing. There's no difference. In construction, most of the time, most of what you do is prepping. New glasses for you to not wear. It is. I have to say, it's definitely vanity, and I think also, I come from a large family, and I look like my brother when I wear my glasses. I think that's really. Oh wow, I can see the chat. Even the guys in the army hate the frame. It was one of those things. I really didn't want to be there, and I saw the army ad, and I was like, sold. I want those. And let's be real, like I wear a lot of black, and so they were perfect for me at the time. Absolutely perfect for me at the time. But I've been doing a lot of highway driving, so I'm gonna get a new pair. And this year was the first time since 2019, 2020 that I got back out in the world. So I definitely need to renew my prescription. Who do you think you can see? Who do you think you can see the chat with the glasses on? The problem is, see, like I can still see that with my glasses off. I can't I can still see good up close as I can't see far away. I need to get some transition lenses where I can do both at the same time. That's the problem. I need to step into the future. I love it. We can give you a hard time and you don't get offended by it. No, I truly don't. I truly don't. And quite honestly, like I am naturally goofy in a lot of ways. I'm 5'9" with size 13 shoe. I am a hobbit. I am a real life hobbit. I need bifocals. I do. Like Benjamin Franklin. I need some bifocals. I do. And an ear horn. I'm gonna lose my hearing one day. I can tell. It's from going to too many concerts as a kid. That's one thing I can blame Ozzy and System of the Down for. Okay. Perfect. I've had to repeat messages to his blind ass in all caps because he got a word wrong and steered the comment in a completely different direction. You see, I had to lean in to read that. It's all vanity. Wear your glasses. I am a shining example of what not to do. You know what's really funny? I use it as a teaching lesson for my son because the other day, he called me out and I was like, you know what? You're right. I should wear my glasses more. And when I was younger, a doctor told me that if I wore my glasses in junior high, I wouldn't need them as an adult. But like I come from the era of like you would never want to wear your glasses in junior high, so I didn't. So I use it as a as a lesson. Oh. Oh my god, you and my husband when get along. He loves Ozzy and Metallica. Absolutely. When I was a kid, I went to Ozfest whenever it came in my area. And then I went to an Ozfest in New Mexico. I went to one in Arizona, and I've been to one in Seattle. So I've seen Ozzy quite a few times. Ozzy did more damage to my hearing than an artillery gun. Exactly. Exactly. When I was younger, I used to love festivals. The funny thing is now you couldn't pay me to go to one. I'll go before everyone gets there and like go eat all the food and go to the shops. But I always laugh because when I was younger, I was so down to go to a show, and it's like now you couldn't pay me. And I actually know someone who still follows a lot of the old school bands, and it's weird that they're still playing. Okay. Perfect. Ozzy is great. Seeing him with Randy Rhoads long ago in 1981. I'm telling you, like, Ozzy is awesome because people of every generation can be like, "Hey, man, I've seen that guy. I've seen that guy." Ozzy's crazy. His TV show did damage for him because it showed him as a real human. But I've seen Ozzy Osbourne quite a few times, and Slayer. I've seen Slayer quite a few times. It was the first show I actually went to when I was a kid, where I was like, the whole show, I was just like, good times. Aerosmith retired, but let's be honest, they'll be back. When it was called the Staples Center, I saw Aerosmith and Kiss. They actually put on a good show. It was funny. Half of the stadium walked out when Kiss was playing. So that meant that most people were there for Aerosmith. I thought it was cruel. Because there was a literal exodus. And Kiss, because they all live here now, Kiss is considered an LA band. I know they're Detroit Rock City. I know. But like they're considered an LA band so much that they played at our stadium series. When the Ducks played the Kings at Dodger Stadium outside, Kiss performed because Kiss was LA, and I was like, wow. Gosh, this machine is a beast. It just went through like 4 or 5 layers of glue without a problem. When I think of Ozzy, I think of all the stories he told about forgetting to blow a candle out in the kitchen before going to sleep and waking up to the glass containers shattered and wax all over the floor. Candles are made in a different way now. I actually have a really weird candle addiction, which I'm sure is a shocker to no one. I go crazy with those big Walmart candles, and those things will not crack. I have fallen asleep. At least the big ones. The big ones. I know that's a shocker to no one that I love candles. I laughed one time. I was sitting at Walmart and I was like smelling different candles, and this lady walks up to me and she's like, "I get it, man. I get it." I've dropped Walmart candles on the floor in the store and they just bounce. Exactly. When I was redoing my grandmother's house, I was in this giant empty house and I don't know what came over me. I just put a Walmart candle in there and it changed this. I think it's because I was painting the house, but it changed the smell of the entire, and it was a giant house, a huge house. And so I put those things in my humble hovel and it's amazing. I don't know. I love a good, in the house smelling good. And my son's of that age where he won't mess with it. So I'm a candle person. I always laugh when people find out how pottery barn I am. All right, let me reinforce my seams like I always say. I'm going to do this one more time. Gosh, this machine, I'm still kind of shocked. I've been procrastinating on my jeans for months. And this Riccar machine, I cannot say it properly. Riccar, this Riccar sewing machine, it got the job done. It's just chewing through the fabric in a good way. Normally when I say chewing, that's not a good thing. Oh man. Wow. I'm thoroughly impressed. I'm actually really impressed with this sewing machine. Yeah, hello. I like incense. Hey, Ty, great to see you. I hope you're having a great evening. I hope the weather is being kind to you. The weather has just been scary everywhere lately. Great to see you. Yay. Hello. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. The weather's been, it's like I was talking about earlier, we've been having earthquakes. Ty, how would you react with a 4.5? We had a 4.5 today at my job. And it felt more like a drop. Because usually earthquakes are slow rollers, and then you're like, my heart is over there somewhere. Oh, good times. You almost got here in time for the try on. I know, I'm just reinforcing my seams right now. And I'm hoping I'm wearing long socks. I think I'm wearing long socks. Great to see you. All right, let me make sure. I don't think I'll have any rips on this one. These are baggy. These are extremely baggy. Slow roller sounds like your sewing biker club. Patent pending. I like that, Kilroy. The slow rollers. Ever since I got in my car accident, I am a slow roller. I respect the road. Oh, that's so funny. I like that. The slow roller. You know, in a weird way, these are Michigan Wolverine colors. These are definitely Michigan Wolverine colors. Oh my God, glad you're all safe and okay. It's more of a, an earthquake, let's be real, it's more of a jarring thing. And because the earthquake happens and then your heart rate is going like this. If the earthquake drops and then you feel bobbing up and down, you're drifting out in the sea finally. He's safe. Don't know if he's okay. Oh, that's so funny. See, you were meant to sew those tonight with me on here since I'm a Michigander. Do you know, I've actually been there and I love it when people, they're like, what part of Michigan are you? And they do this. I'm from here. I love that. I absolutely love that. My basement water pumps were going hard the last couple of days. The rain has been insane. I hope you're safe. That's absolutely crazy. Do you know what's funny? No matter where you live, something, the weather or nature is going to catch up with you. And it's insane that people pay a lot of money to live where I live, knowing that your house potentially, like Alibaba was saying, could end up in the Pacific. Not the specific, the Pacific. Ah, those look like they would be good on a movie set of a Roman era with goulash people. Oh, with the Gaulish people, French that look like that fabric. Those look like that fabric. We got we got really hard rain last week. Some pumps ran a lot too. Good grief. Let me clean up a little bit. I still have not removed this. Do not know why. Let me clean up a little bit and I will try these on. Oh, I'm excited. Do you know, and that's another thing with tweed is that it cuts really clean. I'm gonna line everything in the way that I do, but I love how clean this looks. Do you know? Do you think that every time a moth lands in this room, they're like, "Oh, Shangri-La is real"? I'm sure when a moth comes in here, they're overwhelmed. That's one of the big differences between Michigan and Pennsylvania. In Michigan, if you ask where they're from, they'll do this. In Pennsylvania, they'll do that. Oh, that's funny. Nice pattern match. Thank you. Thank you. That is true. People in Michigan were extremely nice. And I've been to Pennsylvania too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ty. You know what though? As yep, moths are in heaven there. Exactly. I'm sure a moth comes in here and they're like, oh, it's the Golden City. Oh, I saw an AI music edit thing where somebody made a country cover of 50 Cent using Conway Twitty's voice. Oh, the internet. Oh, the AI. Oh, AI. Oh. All right, let me clean up my scraps a little bit. Oh, I forgot. I'm shaping my brown. I wear a black cowboy hat almost every day, but right now I'm shaping my brown one. So I have my precision bricks out. I have I bondoed a bunch of bricks together years and years ago, and I use them to shape my hats, especially like newer cowboy hats. I use them to make the brim flat, or I have this crazy way of wearing cowboy hats. So I forgot I was shaping a hat right now. Awesome. All right, so let's try these shorts on. Making sure my stop screen is on. You know, you show your legs on YouTube one time and you get a reputation. Oh, these spans are awesome. Oh, I have to put shoes on because my socks are not matching. So give me a second. It's do you know I didn't think this morning I'd be showing my socks off. At least they're both black. I have a really big collection of black and white socks, and it is known that on any day I could be wearing both a black and a white sock at the same time. All right, let me find my Oh, that's funny. I cannot be the only person on earth that just grabs socks. My problem is when I'm doing laundry, I just don't have the patience sometimes to put them all together. So they're mixed. All right, let me switch my angle. I can't be the only person that just kind of washes socks. Like I separate them it's not like I'm washing them together. I'm not like 20. I'm not like a 20-year-old. But oh, these are awesome. Oh, I love spans. I forgot about making spans. Basically, I made long writing pants. Hold on me. There we go. Man, I need to figure out my mic stand. Perfect. Please don't drop. Oh. I throw my socks in a small basket and just dig for a pair when I want them exactly. I have a giant oak dresser and it has big old school drawers. They just do not make furniture like that. So my sock drawer, it's a mess. You look like you're going to the French Riviera in the 1950s. I love these. Because I'm far away, the color isn't translating. I love long pants. What are they called? Are they called pantaloons? It's because I've been watching all those throwback videos on YouTube. Every time I see somebody with the old school pant combination, I'm like, oh, I can make that. I swear that my washer eats my socks. That's real too. That's real. I ask my son all the time, how do socks disappear when it's just you and me, bro? Those are Bermuda shorts. If they were khaki, I'd think you're the British Army officer in the tropics. I love my capris. I hate shorts. Nice pantaloons from Bible. I'm not kidding you. I have this weird thing. A lot of this started when my son started getting into fashion. These kids wear shorts like it's 1970s. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not showing leg. This is me showing leg right now. This is me. I'm showing barely some ankle. I need long pants. Ty said Bible. I'll take that too. I will take that too. See, I'm just like Donnell. Like, I need something long. And you know what? If I'm going to start the male capri revolution, it will start here in the House of Sewing. Years ago, when they started calling just basically that weird short sleeve combo a romper, I was on the floor dying. And I think that was during the pandemic when the romper came into fashion. I made a denim onesie. I'm going to bring that back. I made a denim romper and it's just jorts and an old shirt that was sewn together. High water pants. Absolutely. I'm showing ankle and that's all you're getting. I love how these came out. Let me switch my angle. Oh man, I could sell where I live. I could sell these to people. During the pandemic, there was this huge weird push for rompers, and there was this weird the internet, it was a Twitter fight. People were saying rompers are this or that. It was just basically a onesie. It basically was a onesie. A romper is a one piece. Better hope you don't need to go to the bathroom. I need to go find it. I'm years ago, and I put it in a video, and no one noticed because it looks like a pair of jorts and a shirt. But I sewn them together, and they are not going anywhere. I need to find that video. It's probably like 3 years old by now. But every once in a while, I see that in the closet and I'm like, what was I thinking? I made a denim onesie. All right, let me show these off. I love these games. And they make me look shorter than what I really am too. I love how these came out. See, that's the thing about sewing. I have a certain style. I have an extremely odd body, so I make a lot of my own clothes, and I absolutely love it. If you make socks out of denim, they're scenes or jocks. This does make me look like I'm introducing Alice to Wonderland. I'm sorry. I'm welcoming Dorothy to Oz. I love the pattern though. The pattern is awesome on these. And Alibaba, I just did a knee move and I did not rip my pants for the record. Thank you, Ty. Thank you. And I can say that I'm 5'2" short. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. I was just talking about that. The toughest woman I ever known in my life was 5'2", and that was my grandmother. She was the toughest woman I've ever known in my life. She was worse than any drill sergeant or anybody. Oh, good times. Good time. Oh, I sat down. No rip. No rip. Thank you, Mona. Thank you. Thank you so much. I forgot about spans. I forgot about spans. You would have laughed because I made them the first time. I swore I invented something. I started Googling it and I'm like, okay, I just made long pants. Or really, I'm sorry, long shorts. Gotta watch out for the short girls. Dynamite comes in small packages. Absolutely. Absolutely. What about the Bruce Lee kick? All right, we could do it. Hold on. Oh, I can actually. Oh! Fail. Hold on. Wasn't that bad of a fail? Oh, live. We are live on YouTube. I love going live. You didn't have to pull on the pants and sit down. Better fit than the last pair. Let's go on to the next comment. Those pants look amazing, and you just no time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I have made a lot of pants lately, so it's become, I'm getting faster and faster at making them, especially when it comes to pants. Oh, I love it. Let me go find my other pair real quick, because we're sitting in a room of sewing machines. Let's fix this. Oh, that is hilarious. Lately I truly have not been taking my backside into consideration, and so that ripping, I know I can already feel where the pull on the pants is, so I can fix it. Oh, good times. Wow. Was that the pants or your joints? Well, I stretch regularly, so hopefully it was the pants. Oh, I see exactly where it tore. Oh, that's hilarious. Well, my karate kicking days are over anyways. Oh, man. Let me put my belt on, and then we will fix these. Oh, good times. Could you imagine? This is why I don't try clothes on, because I lie about my dimensions. This is why I don't try clothes on at the store. Sewing Channels would have edited that out, but Sewing Entertainment leaves it in. Do you know what's so funny? I actually do that on purpose because I want to show that when it comes to sewing, like there's a lot of mistakes made. I know people that have been sewing longer than I've been alive, and they still make mistakes. I never edit. I show boo-boos. Absolutely. I feel like you should. You know, I always say this. I've been saying this since I first started out. When I do tutorials, and it's also one of the reasons I show everything I'm doing in the beginning of my videos. If you watch any of my so-called live videos, I show all completed projects because I want to show you, hey, you're gonna watch this video, but this is the payoff. We're gonna get here. Because it bothers me when someone doesn't show their work, or they do like an hour and a half video and they only show their work once or twice. This is what I like about the channel. The failure that can happen is live and shows right up. I was talking about that today. You got to, man, life is not always victories. You got to show the L's sometimes. Oh, right. I can fix that. There's this one show I used to watch, and they were on this spaceship, and every time something went wrong, the engineer was like, I can fix that. I can fix that. And that literally is me. Beautiful. But I think that's important because people do front on YouTube a lot. And it doesn't matter what you're into. One of my biggest pet peeves is people who are sponsored and don't say that they are, because people work hard for their money. And it's cruel when you'll have like $1,000 worth of boots or something, knowing the average person could not afford that. And it's a big controversy in the try-on world in YouTube of people who are in like I watch all kinds of hauls, like Gothic haul, or all kinds, and a lot of people do not tell the truth. Like if I showed up with $20,000 worth of sewing machines, maybe someone helped me out. But it's different because if I was sponsored, I would be thanking them every 5 minutes. Like most of the baby lock people. But like, okay, so those people, they are outsourced. They're private contractors. That's why they'll say, I'm a singer ambassador. I'm a baby lock ambassador. So they edit out all the bad stuff because they want to keep their job. A lot of those people just want to keep their job. I used to follow Levi's like that because there was a guy who looked like me that taught San Francisco, but even that got weird because you could tell he had millions of dollars of sponsors. And I'm like, I could never keep up with you because you have millions of dollars backing you up. And I'm going to Michael's getting lost in the aisles. I'm going to start beef right here, right now. You really are, especially with the baby lock people. I have to ask because I don't know. What is your name? I'm topping myself. My name is William. My name is William. And you can call me William. I have no problem with that whatsoever. I usually say it like 15 times, but tonight I was trying to stay focused until my karate kick. I was focused. But my name is William, and awesome. I say that. I say awesome sauce, and people look at me like, planet are you from? What planet are you from? Baby Lock is a bigger cult than Jim Jones could have ever dreamed. I have to fix my Baby Lock. There's two sewing machines that ever since I purchased like proper sewing machine oil, I'm like, I bet that'll fix it. It's the Baby Lock I used to use every day. Oh, until you can until you split at the seams exactly. Exactly. Especially when your motto is reinforce your seams and you didn't. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, my eyes up. I'm staying quiet. You're hilarious. Oh, today was a crazy, crazy day. There was an earthquake. A horse literally jumped the fence, and I walked up to the horse and I was like, bro, please don't ruin my day. And I know the horse doesn't speak English, but he felt me. He was like, I think I ruined this guy's day. And I came up calmly too, like, please don't ruin my day, horse. Please. I let the administrators have it at my son's school. Oh. Oh, today has been a full day. Perfect. No, if you reinforce the seams today, absolutely. Oh, you like your shorts, dude?
Oh yeah, I'm warm enough.
Forgot about that. Awesome. You gotta give the admins an ear beating to let them know you're mean fist. Oh, I'm glad that you and your son are safe. Thank you. Man, you should have seen this young man's face when I walked in the house in the earthquake. He was like, earthquakes are hardcore. When you experience an earthquake, they are hardcore. I'm a grizzled veteran. I walked in the house like a World War II veteran. Like, yay. Hello. Will William, this has been awesome. You have a wonderful night. I have to be up in 6 hours for work. Thank you so much for stopping by, Donnell. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, and I'm constantly putting stuff out. You are more than welcome here in the House of Sewing. You'd be at least like it's on my channel. If you, I definitely awesome. I will definitely let you know. Awesome. I would love to be a guest on your channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much. My son got a haircut after a year. Do you know 4 months ago I offered him $100 bill and he turned me down. And then he went and got a haircut last week. He's got to check with the union to be a guy. I wish I was part of Big Sewing. Thank you so much, Donnell, for stopping by. I wish I was part of Big Sewing. When people are always like, you're part of this or that, I wish I was a part of these clandestine organizations that give people lots of money. I wish I was. Are you kidding me? If I was sponsored, you would know, because every other word would be like, I would be like a 1950s radio television show. I would work it into the show. I've been listening to a lot of old school stuff, and they'll start talking about a boiler. They'll get real specific about fire extinguishers because they're selling stuff. And it's kind of mind controlling, and it's kind of ingenious in the same breath. Yay, take care. Absolutely. That boy's dumber than a brick throwing down a Benjamin. In my day, $100 was like 1,000. I don't know what it is to these kids nowadays, but he turned me down because he wanted his long hair. And I had the 100 right in his face too. I was like $100, and quite honestly, I was shocked. No one, I have never known anyone to turn down money ever. And where I'm from, I was begging my son to cut his hair. All right, let's try. Whew, let's try this one more time. Oh, let me put my shoes on because I am wearing matching socks. That's a good sign. I crossed my leg and it didn't hear a rip so far. Okay. You know what though? People fall into certain styles and they like certain things. And my son loved that long hair look. It drove me mentally insane. You should have taken it and spent it on some hair grass or whatever healthy thing he's obsessed with. He is into green drink right now. He reminds me of a friend of mine 20 years ago. He's like, this green drink will change your life. My son tried the same thing. I felt my first earthquake a couple months ago. I just laid in bed and rolled it. Earthquakes are no joke. Like, I always forget, and then it happens, and I'm sitting here, and I'm like, I'm okay, and my heart's just going, gagoosh, gagoo. My heart is just beating out of my. Nothing will, I used to surf. The ocean will make you feel this big because nature shows you who's boss, and it's the same thing with an earthquake. An earthquake lets you know that, like, you are not in control of the world around you. You are not. I'm right in the middle of the plate. I'll never feel an earthquake. It's great. I think we take firm earth for granted. We take the earth that we walk on for granted. I think as a species, and there's nothing like an earthquake to remind you that you can lose it all in literally a shake. I'm laughing because this house has been through quite a few earthquakes, but yeah, it's unreal. All right, let's try that again. They're fixed. Hold on. Karate kick. That was a much slower karate kick, but I love how these turned out. They're kind of kiltish. They kind of remind me of the kilt almost. I think it's the print. Oh. You know what, though? The thing about an earthquake, like a lot of things, there's the physical action of the earthquake, but a lot of it's mental too, because you start freaking out, So as long as you can keep your heart rate at a certain level, you'll be okay. Thank you very much. I think, like in any situation, as long as you don't panic, you'll be okay. Yes, it's the print that makes it look kiltish. Thank you very much. It reminds me of my kilt. That was such a glorious day. I shut down my local grocery store. I walked in and everybody was like, oh, he's finally lost it. He has finally lost it. I was laughing so hard. A friend of mine, I pulled up to the store and we were talking, and I got out of my truck and they were like, were you wearing that the whole time? And I'll never forget, I looked at him and I was like, I didn't change my clothes mid-conversation. That was such a good day. Primitive plaid type. That brings me back to the good old days. No, it's his pale skin, red hair, and ability to drink a fifth of booze in one sitting that makes him look. I could, man. I still have that song stuck in my head. Do you know, in the past 2 weeks, I have had amazing adventures. It's the beginning of the school year. I think that's like I woke up today and I was like, it's the school year. But you know what? It's just another adventure. It really is what it is. I had to move for a second. My pants were giving old man. But you know, I'm actually happy the school year is back. I'm going to start on my routine again. I get to go to the thrift stores. No one's going to be there. No one is at the thrift store on a Tuesday at 9:45 in the morning. So it's back to me and the Goodwill crowd. Do you know where I live? I see people at the same Goodwills. And I mean, like, I'll drive clear to a different town and see the same person. It's funny. All right. Well, I've been going for 2 hours. I came, I saw, we conquered, we made spans, and then we fixed them. But seriously, I want to thank everybody. Everybody who just subscribed, everybody who's been here since the beginning. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys, and I thank you because you help make this fun. I have the time of my life sewing. I have the absolute time of my life sewing, and I'm glad I can share that with you. So, in all sincerity, with all the hoopla that goes on around the internet, I thank you. I thank you for watching me. I'm just some shrub on the internet who loves sewing. And coughing. But I'll be back at it on Wednesday. I'm still working on my stitch pants. They're going to be called the procrastination pants. You know, I absolutely thank everyone who's still here, anyone who watches this in the future. I thank you. You know, there are quite a few people who watch my stream after, and you guys watch it to the end. I thank you. I absolutely thank you. I'll be back at it on Wednesday. Thank you so much, Ty. Thank you so much. Today has definitely been a victory here in the House of Sewing. So I thank everyone. Like I always say, reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I will definitely see you next time. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. Bye.